Coming up on Torrance Today, avoid delays as we inch towards the weekend. We'll share some major closures and detours that are lingering on our roadways. Bunka Sai returns bigger and better this weekend, providing 2 days of Japanese-themed entertainment. And meet a space-based commander who inspires young women to dream outside the box when it comes to their career choices. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Kirk Lyons. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, April 13th. I hope your week is wrapping up nicely. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. Multiple road projects continue throughout our city. Here are a couple of the bigger ones that will be lingering through the weekend. Expect delays at the intersection of Del Amo Boulevard and Van Ness Avenue through the end of next week. Public Works crews are putting in a new water main there, which will eventually run 3.5 miles. And the northbound 405 ramp closure continues on 182nd Street by Crenshaw Boulevard through early May. This Caltrans-led project focuses on making improvements that will help with traffic flow in this area. Bunka Sai returns, bringing Japanese culture to the forefront again at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. This is the Torrance Sister City Association's biggest fundraising event to support its student cultural exchange. Here's a look at last year's festival when it returned for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic began.
The first time I volunteered here was because I was going to be an exchange student to Japan. So now I'm bringing my son Kevin because he's interested in going to Japan. So he's in 7th grade right now. But hopefully in a couple years, when he's 15, he'll be eligible to go to the program too.
About 2,000 people are expected to be here throughout Saturday and Sunday at the Ken Miller Recreation Center. One lucky winner will walk away with a $300 grand prize each day. This free event will also feature cultural performances, arts and crafts, and a variety of food. The festival takes place from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on both days. Also this weekend, space enthusiasts get a rare treat, a chance to meet a space-based commander who inspires others to dream big.
I think the message is to be supportive of other women and help mentor and bring forward the next generation of women. I've been very lucky. It's been very supportive being in the military. I think it's important for the military to be out in the community and talk about what we do and show a positive force.
Walsh was the keynote speaker at another event in Torrance last month that was all about women empowerment. She works out of the LA Air Force Base in El Segundo, helping to combat threats in the space domain. She will speak about her experience this Saturday, April 15th at 11 a.m. at the Western Museum of Flight, located at 3315 Airport Drive. For more information, visit WMOF.com. A spring barbecue cook-off kicks off on the same day, same time, on the opposite end of the city at Barbecues Galore. Attendees and presenters include the American Heart Association, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, and the George Lopez Brewing Company. The free event also features free food samples and raffle tickets for a chance to win prizes. It takes place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, April 15th at 18225 Hawthorne Boulevard. It's that time of the year again when we take a moment to say thank you to our dispatchers who work around the clock with police and fire personnel. Last year, they handled more than 225,000 calls in Torrance. Nearly 70,000 of them were 911 emergencies. Dispatchers take on tasks such as sending first responders to emergencies and comforting us when we get into an accident. Dispatcher Appreciation Week began here in California in 1981 in an effort to shine a light on the important work that they do that often goes unseen. Community members interested in learning what our city accomplished last year, as well as what's in store for this year, can join city leaders in a virtual discussion tonight. Mayor George Chen, City Manager Aram Shaparian, Finance Director Sheila Poisson, and several other department directors will discuss a number of topics ranging from economic growth to opportunity to public safety. The meeting takes place via Microsoft Teams at 6 p.m. To learn more, follow the link on the city's social media pages on Facebook and Twitter at Torrance CA. As we head into the weekend, be sure to catch the latest episodes of Weekends in Torrance. On Friday, Visions of Unity returns, awarding high school students throughout Torrance who are sharing their thoughts through an art and literature contest. Then, the Torrance Firefighters Association Spaghetti Dinner and Bake Sale returns after a 3-year hiatus, raising thousands of dollars to support child burn survivors. And on Sunday, celebrate the beginning of spring with the city's 10th annual Cherry Blossom Festival at Columbia Park. All this and more on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here on Torrance City Cable. Still ahead, it's Thoughtful Thursday, and a Torrance resident who turned 101 this week shares some thoughtful advice with our community when we come back in 60 seconds.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead, catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Thoughtful Thursday, we want you to meet Roberta Philbrick, the 101-year-old who we first introduced you to on Tuesday, her birthday. Her friends invited us to a surprise birthday party that day at Seashore Restaurant in South Torrance. And what we experienced was a lot more than just friends sharing good Chinese food. The birthday girl filled us up with some food for thought that only comes after so many years of life. She also shared a special message for our entire community.
I've come to the realization that we all live one day at a time, and we never get that day back. And so it's important to appreciate each day we live and try to make it as pleasant for ourselves and for those around us. And then all of a sudden the days accumulate and they may add up to 101 years. What I would like to tell the people of Torrance is that I love the city and I appreciate it. I'm very pleased that I've been able to live here for over 60 years. I know a good thing when I see it.
Philbrick stays active by swimming twice a week at the Torrance South Bay YMCA. She also keeps her mind sharp by reading a lot. She visits our 6 library branches and checks out digital content using her iPhone. She also passes by the Madrona March several times a week and enjoys watching the seasons change every year. Happy birthday once again, and thank you to those thoughtful friends who took the time to reach out to us so we can all celebrate this big milestone together. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here on Monday with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great weekend.